Okay, next thing we're going to talk about is some upright, just some pirouettes, just doing some practice. We already know that you're comfortable with your tail in, your side in, your nose in, and your other side in. So basically, if you're comfortable with all of those, try to just start by working on transitioning between these. Maybe if you have to stop and recover, then that's cool. Go to nose in, go to side in, and then get to where you can just kind of keep that going continuously. And in your mind, think for a second, I'm tail in, I'm side in, I'm nose in, I'm side in, I'm tail in, I'm side in, nose in, side in, tail in, side in, nose in, side in, tail in, side in, nose in, side in. So you just keep doing that, and then the more you practice this, I swear, it just kind of becomes a natural thing. Some people will start out, they're comfortable with tail in for the most, and they want to make their corrections just at tail in. So you can just do this, go around, and then at this point realize that you're coming into tail in, and then get ready to make your correction. So say I'm going forward a little bit, make a correction down. So make your correction here, correct forward, correct left, correct forward, correct back, correct forward. Just get to where you're correcting right when the tail is getting to where you're at. And then once you're fairly good at that, you can maybe add to where you can also maybe add a little correction while you're at the nose. So nose in correction, tail in correction, nose in correction, tail in correction. So you're constantly correcting while you're spinning around in this pirouette. And definitely practice it on both sides. You don't want to get sided on this. But the general theory is you want to keep your blade disc nice and level and parallel to the ground. So if you see it starting going one way, then fix it. If you get out of control, stop. Get into an orientation and start back over. Just start spinning around. If it goes too fast, then you're not really doing a whole lot. Best way to get really good at your pirouettes is just do it a little bit slow at first. Small corrections. You may find yourself kind of flying around a little bit and navigating. This might actually be a little helpful for later, but the more you practice this, the better you're going to get at it. I'm not super best at this. I tend to do better, I think, in real life when I've got the pressure of an impending crash, but sometimes it's hard to just keep it in one spot, but do what you can. Try to keep it in one spot. And if you can, also get to where you can maybe fly around a little bit. You know, do corrections so that you can maybe go in a circle or something. Later that we'll do that with some pirouetting circuits. But this is the thing. This is one technique that's going to help you so much with so many moves. Pirouetting upright, and then once you're ready to do that, inverted pirouettes are going to be the same thing. You're just going to want to, you get to, whoop, that was painful. Get to where your nose in, and then you're comfortable with that. Then your side in, then your tail in, then your side in again, and then maybe go between tail in, and then nose in, and tail in, nose in, tail in, nose in. And again, maybe start by making corrections. If you're like me, your biggest comfort zone is probably more in this nose in area. So if that's where you're most comfortable, just get nose in, do a pirouette, correct at nose in again, do a pirouette, correct at nose in, pirouette, correct when you're at nose in, pirouette, correct at nose in, and then get to where you can correct at tail in, correct at nose in, correct at tail in, correct at nose in. To where you're just making little adjustments at the points where you know that you're going to have control. You may kind of have a brain fart and get the orientations mixed up. That's part of it. If you practice, you'll just get more and more comfortable with it. And the more comfortable you are with your inverted orientations or upright orientations in general, the better you're going to be at the pirouetting. So you just practice that a little bit, get to where you can try to pirouette in front of you. If you're moving around a little bit, that's okay. More practice will refine that, and obviously I could use some more practice myself on this. But I just wanted to let you guys know kind of what's going through my mind when I try these moves. And more practice, the better you'll get.